All right. So in this video, I'm going to talk about moving averages and how to use them to identify momentum. I could have included it in my previous video, but this also is a separate strategy to. It's very powerful on its own, but again, you want to use it with confluence with other things. But this alone could also make you lots of money in the bull market. So what you're going to want to do is go to indicators and type in moving average. So you're going to want moving average simple. Click that, the star, to have it in your favorites like we added the other two, and click it twice. Once. Oh, I guess you can only have a maximum of two. So we'll take off these two for now. So delete, go to indicators and add. You can add them back again because we've already favorited them, right? The ones that you wanted were the relative strength index and the stochastic RSI. Don't forget that if you delete them on the stochastic RSI, if you delete it, be sure to change your values again from 70 to 30. See how it changed that zone in the bottom and the top? That's crucial to to the strategy. So just remember to do that if you're gonna also attempt this moving average strategy. So we're gonna remove this and then go back to indicators and add two moving averages. 1, 2. And then you're gonna click on the gear icon on the first one and then go to inputs, set the length to 50, and then the time frame, set it to day. You can change whatever color you want it to by clicking style and the MA. Click on whatever. We'll make it. We want this one to be green. I'll tell you why. We want it to be more visible. Click that, and then you can change the line thickness. I'll keep it somewhat thin in a way on purpose, and I'll tell you why. And the second one, we're going to make it red and very thick because that's the main line that we want to track. And the length will be 100 and time frame 1 day. Click OK. So, how to use this strategy? You want to buy whenever we cross above the red line and sell when we go below. Buy once we get above. You won't catch the whole move. And that's the downside of the strategy, but I guess you can't use the other two indicators at the same time. But this also gives you an idea of momentum. So you can look at this and then add the other two indicators. And then, hang on, I wonder if we can save chart layouts. I'm learning this as you are as well. Save layout. We'll save it as, how do we rename this shit? Rename it. Moving average strategy. All right. And then we'll add, I think, create new layout. You can't. Shit. But I guess you can save one or the other. So if you remove these by clicking the delete, and then add relative and stochastic, and then move this back up there, or however you want to set it up, however you set it up, and then go back here and then go to moving average turn that off too, autosave. Moving average strategy, click that, and nothing happens, so that doesn't work. All right, so where is it? Let's test this out. Moving average strategy. We had that twice. First one, 50. Yeah, I kind of deviated as I started talking about the importance of the strategy and the strategy itself, but we'll get to it, don't worry. Don't worry, friends. We're all gonna make it. And then we're gonna set the second one again to, oh no, that was the first. Then we're gonna change this one.
Thank you for tuning in.
Inputs, remember the second one is 100. And we're gonna click 1 day. Style, red. Make that a thick boy. Alright. So let me try and see if I can save these as defaults. Save as defaults. Reset settings. Nah. How the fuck do you make a... I don't know. I guess it's just kind of sucks, but you can figure out which type of investor you are based on these strategies. Like this one, like I said, it's very autopilot. But you don't have to, but you won't make as much because the signals are very slow on this. It's a lagging indicator. No, that's not what we want. Wanted green and that one. Okay, so back to what I was saying before I went off on a tangent. You can employ this trend lines on this strategy as well. And by that, you know, you can do something like this. You would have gotten a bit better exit than here because, you know, you would, yeah, better exit there than following the trend line. But that's what I'm saying. You can employ both and see which one gives you a better result, or you can use the stochastic RSI and the RSI, which gives you more accurate but requires a lot more practice. This strategy, like I said, is very autopilot. It does everything for you. It tells you the signals, like I said. You buy when it crosses up, and then you sell when it crosses below. You buy when it crosses up, and then you sell when it goes below. See how long that downtrend was? Like I said, you would have missed 71% profits, but you made, well, not negative 34, but you made, see, because we exited here, you made 53%. That's not bad for just looking at lines without having to draw shit or be really technical with any type of indicator. Okay? And if you exited here, you would have kept those gains, and this downwards move went down 89%, 90%. Alright? So you can already see how that works. We'll go look at other examples. Alright, remove these drawings. So we crossed above. We buy here. We crossed above. We're selling here because we crossed below. Again, you're missing out on a potential 43%, but you're not selling the top, so don't even feel bad about that. But that is, I have to tell you what the downside to this strategy is. You're going to miss out on some upside gains, but like I said, you don't have to do too much technical analysis if you're not that kind of person. This strategy is for you. It's really simple. You just look at the lines, what they're doing, and then you base your decision on that. But selling at that signal, you would have made, oh wow, juicy. That in a time span that is 175 days, and that is 1,000% in a set 175 days. That's pretty darn good. And again, we got our signal to sell to the downside of minus 40%, and then we got another signal to buy with another move of We don't know where the end is yet. But this works on any coin. Let's look at Solana. Alright. Again, buy when the green is above. Very simple, very super simple. Exit right there. That's a net move of 1,290%. And then you sold. And then you buy again in a couple of weeks after the market settles. This one doesn't even fit on the screen, it's so big. That's our entry. That is a 428% move because our signal to sell was right there. And then you can see the downtrend. See that fake out? You also want to buy, even if it crosses over, you want to buy when price also crosses over. So we got a fake out here because the green wasn't there. The green moving average wasn't crossing over. Here you wouldn't have bought even if it crossed over because the price wasn't crossing over. Again, with our checklist, you know, there's always more than one reason when following this thing. Any strategy, you need more than one reasons of confluence. Okay? So this down move. Okay. This down move lasted till about here. 91%. That's almost all of Solana. That's FTX crash right there, I think. Okay, so we got our signal here. See how earlier with stochastic RSI we would have picked up on that signal? But it required interpretation of the indicators. And that takes practice. So practice that as well. But this one, if you don't feel like learning that or you just can't figure it out, this one works for you as well. Our entry was here. Exit right there. This is a fake out. Like I said, every type of system has a fake out. If it's ranging like this, don't do anything unless there's a big move and you see separation like this right there. See that big gap up? That's what you want when you're confident in. See how it leaves the price? This one would have been maybe a call, but you can see it came up from above, from below, and it needs to test that. This already did that test, and that's why this move with that sharp direction up is a good signal. You need a quality signal, not just any, you know, indicator or indication that fits into your bias. You don't want to fit something into your bias. You want to fit into what is the data telling you, right? Does your strategy fit into the data? Yes. Then take it. If it doesn't, then don't. Okay, so you can see how easy that is on Solana. Let's try, I don't know, AVAX. Again here, sell signal, we're below accumulation. And this is where you can turn on, you know, those other two indicators if you choose to be a little early, and then you can use the moving averages to confirm that as well, confluence. So we crossed above, and you can see that's where the move happens. Crossed below, that's where the downtrend happens. All right. Bonk. Let's see if it works on meme coins. Oh yeah, it does. But you get a lot of this noise stuff happening. A lot of that chop, Pepe. Yeah, that works on Pepe as well. It works on everything, but like I said, meme coins are really volatile. So you'll get a lot of sideways chop like this. But when you see explosive upwards, like I was saying, when things are really exploding and you see the thinner line really shoot upwards, that's confidence in saying, okay, this move is going to be a big one. We move, we go up, hasn't crossed below, we're holding on, and this is where you cross below. Despite it going below, don't be freaked out. You know, we haven't crossed over yet. And then cross over, you got a pretty good chunk of that move still. All right, what else can we look at? BNB. Not digging this track. All right. Again with BNB. You didn't make the whole move, but you made some just by being calculatedly lazy and only looking at the moving averages. That's 1100%. This other signal. What? Oh, that's 54%. I thought it said 54,000. That's 54%. You saved yourself some, you know. Oh my god, what the fuck? And here, you got your signal again to enter. It's above. Even though it didn't shoot past it, the price is above, which is also another good sign of confluence. If it shoots above one big candle, and you see the moving average shoot up really sharp, that's a good sign. If it's a small candle and it's just doing this, that's too early. You want one of these big candles, or you want price to be above and hugging it for a while, okay? So this nets you a move of 172. Hang on, I got an alert for one of my trades. Oh, hell yes, bro, let's go. Okay, so it's 172% just by looking at this crossover line. There's really not much to say about that strategy. It's just really autopilot. It's the easiest fucking thing that you can do and give yourself an edge with during the bull market. There's not much deviance from the strategy. I wish the free version you can add the extra indicators because it's even more powerful, but you can get away with this for less I guess screen time, if you will. You just check it once in a while. You don't have to do too much upkeep of your chart. You don't have to move trend lines. Don't have to do too much. It's really simple. Lots of people start out using this strategy and then understand price action and they want to learn more. Then they get technical. But yeah, I suggest trying to learn this one as well as a backup. But you know, if the other indicators didn't make sense to you and you still can't get it after practicing, try and use this one. This one will also make you some money. All right. Bye.